Elizabeth Lathan. Number 7, Holly Hassler. Number 8, Bailey Franska. Number 14, Kelsey Strope. Number 15, Abby Rockers. Number 16, Kelsey Chenard. Number 20, Whitley Mausner. Number 21, Tiffany Weaver. Number 22, Madison Lammers. Number 23, Jenna Duncan. Number 24, Mackenzie Caston. And number 25, Janie McCurran. And now the starters for the St. Dominic Crusaders, once again the visiting team on the scoreboard. In goal, number 1, Megan Swanson. Number 3, Katie Rude. Number 4, Bree Evanroth. Number 5, Danny Hartnett. Number 7, Kristen Wolf. Number 8, Allison Burke. Number 9, Emily Monroe. Number 10, Molly Reen. Number 13, Alex Schmitz. Number 14, Christina Rodriguez. And number 15, Sydney Young. And now the starters for the Helias Catholic Crusaders, once again the home team on the scoreboard. In goal, number 0, Liz Zarnecki. Number 3, Jordan Corey. Number 4, Alex Heisland. Number 5, Courtney Locke. Number 9, Haley Bax. Number 10, Alexis Melcher. Number 11, Caitlin Bronner. Number 12, Megan Napier. Number 17, Taylor Hagenhoff. Number 18, Maddie Nichols. And number 19, Becky Roberts. The officials for today's game, the referee is Richard Cramps, line judge Andrew Ellsworth, and line judge Jonathan Mills. Our fourth official is Caleb Perry. These officials were selected to work this event due to their outstanding work and commitment during the season. Join the MSHSAA in honoring these hard-working officials for this contest. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, and face the flag near the scoreboard to honor America as the Blue Springs South a cappella choir performs our national anthem.
and we welcome you to Blue Springs High School on the campus of Blue Springs South. I'm Kyle Hass, alongside me Chris Duke for this Class 2 Girls State Soccer Semifinal matchup between the St. Dominic Crusaders of O'Fallon, Missouri versus the Helias Catholic Lady Crusaders of Jefferson City. It's the first game of our double setup as we are just ready for kickoff, and we are underway. I'd like to bring into the broadcast booth Chris Duke, formerly of University of San Diego. And Chris, welcome in for this girls state soccer match.
Hey, thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it. Glad to be here.
Well, what we've seen so far is these two teams have battled through the state battled to get to the state semifinals, and both have an aggressive play here early on.
Yeah, they are starting off quick. There's a lot of movement off the ball, and that's what you need. You need whichever team starts off first fast usually sets the pace, and both of them really come out really quick here.
Well, what we've seen is Helias comes out in their 3-5-2 formation. What exactly is that what does that mean to a layperson just watching this match?
You know, in a 3-5-2, it's your backs really have to stay tucked in, and it gives the midfield a little bit of extra in the midfield to control the ball. You're trying to keep possession of it, be creative in the midfield to spring loose those forwards. But if the backs don't stay tucked in, you could stay connected. You could be in some problems.
Well, Coach Register of Helias has talked about how he's played a 3-5-2 ever since he came to Helias, and really the only concern he has in this match is St. Dominic's midfield and forwards. They are an aggressive, fast group, as we've seen already, attacking, pushing here on the near side. And trying to find a weakness, and really early on in a match like this, are you just trying to see what you can get away with and where you might be quicker off the ball? Yeah,
you know what, they got to get a feel for each other, and I think clogging up the midfield is a great way to set the tone, make sure that you're controlling the midfield, and a lot of times whoever controls the midfield ends up winning games.
Well, this St. Dominic team comes in, and they've been on a fury. Only one goal scored against them here in the Missouri State tournament. Started out with a 10-0 victory over Warrenton in the first round, then beat St. Charles West by a score of 5-0 to take the district crown, then beat Union 6-0, and beat Visitation Academy, last year's Class 2 state champion, 8-1. Really an impressive team as they've been able to just do what they want and wear teams down with that speed. They face a team, Helias, who comes in equally as impressive. They've yet to be scored upon in this state tournament. 5-0 victory against Fulton, then a 9-0 victory over Boonville, which gave the keeper, Lizzie Zarnicki, the tie for the career number of shutouts in Helias school history. Beat Moberly 4-0, and then beat Warrensburg in the quarterfinals to move on to this state semifinal.
It says a lot about their defense, not being giving up goals, and, which allows them to play that formation. Solid in the back, sounds like.
And first real attack there, and a good job by Zarnicki getting the ball in, and no wind really to speak of. It's pretty calm here in Blue Springs, and that's what you want in a match like this. You don't want the wind to really be too much of a factor with getting the keepers the ball back out, playing it out towards the midfield.
Yeah, it can make a difference, the wind, and it's a beautiful day. So we should see some good soccer, things on the ground hopefully, and connecting passes.
Temperature just creeping over 70 degrees. As these two teams have had to make a little bit of a trek to get here towards western Missouri. Helias comes from Jefferson City, just over 2 hours from our state capital. And St. Dominic, just on the outer skirts of the St. Louis Metro, about 3.5 hours, 3.25 hours to make that trip over. But a nice crowd here for the state semifinal. The winner will take on the victor of our second game, Rosardi Kane and Smithville, which will be played after this match. But so far, just back and forth, really seeing St. Dominic push, and this is the first time we've seen Helias really on a strike.
Yeah, it seems to be both teams trying to fill each other out. The ball keeps going back and forth up and down the field, and that's what usually happens in big games. Try to settle in, and it'll calm down in here in a bit.
You see Megan Napier knock that ball out of bounds, really just trying to let her defense reset and kind of calm things down. Talk about the speed of this midfield as they play it over the middle. And back across, and it is a goal. Striking for the first time in the state tournament against this vaunted defense. And St. Dominic jumps out to an early 1-0 lead on Helias Catholic here at the 34th minute. Let's take a look at this. Chris, breakdown. They were able to play that ball into the middle, but just Helias unable to really calm down on that defense and clear it.
Yeah, Rodriguez does well here, beating the defender, and a great service.
Dominic 1, Helias 0.
Looks like Ebenroth brings the ball down with a great touch, sets herself up for a shot, and puts it away nicely.
Ebenroth with a goal right there. She's a 5'6" junior. She racks up her 16th goal this season, playing in that midfield spot. One of the bigger girls to play as far as height, and not a lot of overwhelming height on this team, but at 5'6", she seemed to just muscle her way in there and just scoot it past the keeper, Zarnicki, and an impressive feat in a staunch program like Helias, leads the career record in shutouts. Another strike again, and they're not holding back. St. Dominic continuing to pressure the middle.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure on them right now, and Helias is going to have to sort out their defense here pretty quickly, and make sure they're marked up, because Ebenroth had a lot of space in the 18. She did well to finish.
Cleared ball by Nichols. But again, just fighting for just a very scrappy Lady Crusaders team from St. Dominic. They're in the navy jerseys with powder blue numbering as they play it back. Helias in the white with navy numbering.
Yeah, they're connecting passes now, finding the open players, moving off the ball very well, and they're dominating right now as far as in the midfield. Keeping possession of the ball is everything. You tend to wear the other team down and make them chase.
Well, smooth passes so far through, and they've been on the side and on the near side. They're now starting to move that ball into the middle is St. Dominic. Is that something you want to do, or would you rather attack from the far side where they're at right now?
You know, I think you have to be diverse in your game. You really have to find the weaknesses and the breakdowns of and break down the other team. You want to make sure that you're just not doing what your game plan's diverse, and you're not going one direction. I feel like their first goal came from the outside, and it's worked for them. So you penetrate the middle, and when that breaks down, they go outside with it.
Helias right now looking for a home run to try to get back into this. Deep pass averted, and St. Dominic again on the attack.
They're moving the ball quickly too. It's every ball, and they're trying to keep it on the ground through the midfield, and so they find that target player and switching the ball very well. The point of attack is being switched each time. Helias hasn't touched the ball in a while, so that's what you want.
Rude knocks that ball out of bounds, so it will be Helias. Push it back in, Pori. And at this point, kind of hit with that early blitzkrieg by St. Dominic. Helias kind of have to find a way to clear it and catch their breath and kind of restructure defensively. And a pass like that, would you like like him to go ahead and kick it deeper? Or,
yeah, you know what? It's and right up the middle is not a good choice. That's where the pressure comes from. You want to try to get it over the top and knock it to the midfield if you can do that. You don't want to put yourself on any pressure in the back with a ball like that, especially when your back's to the goal.
Napier will throw it back in.
Keep your heads up. Let's go. Hey, play hard.
1-0 our score after Bree Ebenroth scored a goal 6 minutes into this contest. Really was able to get a nice ball into her from Rude and played it right in front of the goal and scored the first time that Helias has had a goal against them
Also
in the
number
state
21,
tournament.
Tiffany Weaver. And number 23, Jenna Duncan, all in the match now for Helias Catholic.
Dominic, they got 9 players behind the ball when they defend. Helias really isn't. They're not getting everybody involved in the offense, and I think that's what's hurting them right now. Their backs have to get forward a little bit and get involved.
Continuing to attack, and even though they're playing 9 people behind the ball, they're still able to get that speed up and press against.
Yeah, they attack fast, and again, staying connected with the top players makes all the difference in the world when you're going at goal. All their players are involved in every play. That's a better goal kick from them right now.
But again, St. Dominic on the aggression, able to head it out and continue to put pressure on that middle defense. When we talk about, the defense for St. Dominic is extremely young. They've got a sophomore and freshman and keeper that they've rotated out between Megan Swanson and Paige Whitehead. But at this point, they could sit down and pick daisies as much attack as they've actually seen come their way. Barely the ball is played across the midfield, but a handful of times here in this first couple minutes.
Yeah, they're having a lot of trouble getting the ball out of the back, Helias is, and when it comes out, they're not winning that first ball, and which makes a difference. Whoever wins that first ball and wins the knockdowns from there, and that's what St. Dominic's doing. They're winning every first ball. They got to be more aggressive, and right now, again, Helias is chasing all over the field. They got to keep some shape, and they're not putting pressure on the ball quick enough, which allows St. Dominic to move the ball and find open space.
Molly Reen plays it back into the middle, little give and go. She tries it, push it in, but deflected by Helias, and they'll try to clear it back out. And finally, a long clear that goes down 3/4 of the way down the field and kind of catch their breath on the defensive end.
Yeah, Burke did well with that, chasing the ball down, and now again, if you notice the backs pushing up with the midfield, and they're finding the target player and allowing those top players to turn with the ball. If they're gonna have any kind of success in this game, they're gonna have to make sure they're stopping it.
Ball stolen away by Rude. She's going to try just a little bit high, but an impressive job at intercepting that pass and trying to boot one from about a long ways out, about 1/4 of the way out from the field. Let's just see what she's able to do here. Just catches them napping, just more aggressive, it seems.
Yeah, and she did well to put that defender under pressure, and unfortunately getting a little over the ball and knocking it over, but great stuff, great defense.
Caitlin Rude, a senior midfielder, started every game for St. Dominic this season. And between Rude and Ebenroth, this team has really been as quick as Helias had been concerned. Offsides by St. Dominic.
A great idea there, just a little bit over anxious from that run, offsides.
And again, played back into the middle, and St. Dominic back on the aggression.
Yeah, again, losing that first ball doesn't help them at all. Helias.
Entering the match for St. Dominic.
Well, this is a program out of St. Dominic. They have had several times of being here at the state championships. This is their 16th appearance here at the state championships. They've already claimed 2 state titles in their illustrious career, and looking for number 3 as they've become a staple, the Lady Crusaders from O'Fallon. And Helias no slouch themselves. 7 times they've been here. 2 4th-place finishes, looking to grab gold this year. But they trail as St. Dominic continues to push it in the middle. Ball cleared out by Helias, but right back into the hands, or rather the feet, of Daniel Hartnett. Just headers galore coming out of that middle section of the defense.
Yeah, Helias is having trouble clearing the ball. The headers, they're winning the balls there, but if they're going to clear the ball, they have to clear it over midfield and push up if they want to have any kind of attack at all.
Ball stolen again by Rude, and she has just been all over the field working that right side to midfield, and another push, and then just another pass defended against.
St. Dominic, they pressure the ball so quickly. As soon as one of Helias' players gets it, they are under pressure. And that helps with St. Dominic making those the transition from defense to offense. And it's quick. The speed of play is very fast.
Alex Smith, who's been kind of in the middle of that, knocking the ball, continuing to push it forward in the midfield, comes up a little lame. I think she got a little bit of a Charlie horse on her right thigh.
And those hurt, let me tell you. But she
just continues to bounce it back in there. Just missed ball by Maddie Nichols, and lucky that one went out of bounds, because you could see St. Dominic salivating for another opportunity as we near the midway point here in the first half. 1-0 score in favor of the Lady Crusaders of St. Dominic. Hands on the hips already, and just pressure by St. Dominic on Helias here early on.
Again, St. Dominic looks to be the more aggressor defensively, and winning those 50-50 balls.
And sets up a corner kick right there by just continuing to pressure, and a badly placed ball out by Helias. Will set up the first corner kick of the evening. Rodriguez plays it short. Helias trying to clear, but just can't get the positioning on it. Bounced around a few high legs right there, and I think the official's going to call holding down as St. Dominic just continues to bounce around and just not overly aggressive, but just aggressive in general against this Helias team.
Every 50-50 ball is won by St. Dominic, and if there's going to be a difference in the game, Helias has to make that change first. They have to start winning the first ball. And it seems to be St. Dominic wins every 50-50.
Coming in and just, they're almost fighting each other for the balls. They're so aggressive to it. And play it back, and another good job by St. Dominic kicking it out. Molly Ream on the far side has it knocked out, but that'll set up another corner. And at this point, Coach Greg Kohler has got to be excited about what he's seen out of his team.
Yeah, St. Dominic seems to be on the same page. Every player, the runs they're making. You want games like that. As a coach, you want to make sure that all the players are on the same page.
Ball played back into the middle again and barely saved. An impressive job there by Helias' Haley Bax, who just by the skin of their teeth, avoided a 2-goal deficit. Let's check it one more time. Haley Bax gets the right footer just barely in time. St. Dominic looking for goal number 2, but just a little right footer able to squeak it out.
That's being on your toes defensively. I tell you that clearing off the line there, you really gotta make sure they're on your toes. And she did well to clear it off the line.
Lineup change by Helias, and they're trying to get some fresh bodies in there. There's almost an entire shift change to try to thwart this St. Dominic attack. Good ball over the middle, just over the heads of their midfielders, and Helias happy to just push it out.
Again, no pressure on the ball, and that's what kills teams. Allows the other team in St. Dominic to just knock the ball around.
It appears right now St. Dominic more than happy to just keep it around the perimeter and force Helias to come out to them. And this shift change that's supposed to be a breath of fresh air seems to be a little tired already, kind of shell-shocked at the speed and the just crisp passing of St. Dominic.
Yeah, right now as a coach, I'm thinking if I'm Helias, I got to get the right combination on the field. They seem to have, they don't have numbers around the ball. A lot of times St. Dominic has its 2v3, 3v2s, 4v2s, and numbers up on their side.
Rodriguez playing it on the near side, splits the defenders, goes in. Good hard tackle by Bronner. And maybe that's what they'll need is somebody like Bronner to kind of get in there and make them think twice at least about trying to split through the defense.
You always need that type of player on the field. And that could be a spark. That could be a spark for them. Hard tackle defensively. Get the rest of the team a little bit pumped up so they can get after it.
Way back in and more 50-50 balls, and that one's finally won by Helias. They're able to make a little push here on the near side. It's Port. But just that speed of Maloney able to just push it out just enough, and just a quick team all around. You see the second line come in for St. Dominic, and just as quick as that first.
Yeah.
Helias working it back to the middle, and really their first attempt of setting up some sort of offensive scheme.
It's good to see them on this side of the field. If they can keep it on this side and keep St. Dominic from getting out, that's what they want to try to do, is keep the pressure on that end.
Just every time Helias pushes the ball in, there's 2 or 3 dark blue jerseys surrounding them, and just that closing speed is really what St. Dominic has.
And they do. They pressure the ball very quickly, and they win those 50-50 balls. What Helias has to do is they have to start finding the feet and getting into a rhythm. Something they haven't done yet. They connect 1-2 passes and then they're done. They have to get into a rhythm of connecting more passes.
Molly Ream will set up ups after the hard tackle by Helias. 1-0 score, favor of St. Dominic. Plays that a little off, and it's something like that. Where are you looking? Where should she probably look to get that out?
You want to drive a ball if you can to the far post, away from the keeper. Looked like she was trying to go near post with that, but didn't have any runners going there. So it was a well-driven ball. Just I would have tried to get into the far post.
Another 50-50 ball won by St. Dominic. And just closing speed of Mackenzie Rife, able to come halfway across the field and push that ball out. They're starting to get a little bit more aggressive, as I think Helias trying to at least fight back in the aggressive stage, and we're starting to see that translate to more balls on their possession.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a difference now, and I hope they continue to fight back. Put a little bit more pressure on them.
Burke plays it into the middle. And even when Helias tries to clear it, every pass is deflected. Long ball pushed out.
Yeah, if you notice, Kyle, there's one player to every three of their players back defensively. Helias has only got one player pushing up offensively. They need to get more players forward. It's a nice little ball.
Good ball as Molly Ream has it knocked away.
Here's where Helias has to get more players forward. Again, if you notice, all the Blues behind the ball. And they find that connecting pass out. They find that player. It's a good tackle.
And a nice clear as it stays in and just continues to roll down. And a good job of clearing completely all the way down the field and able to get everybody a chance to reset. We've got just over 14 minutes left here in this first half. St. Dominic comes in 26-2, District 8 champions. Just have been scored on only one time in the state tournament. And Helias now has that same acclaim after getting scored on for the first time in this state tournament in this match. With a 6th-minute goal by Bree Ebenroth. But it has been all aggression put on by St. Dominic. And when they move the ball back like this, what are they trying to set up? What are they trying to see to at least push it forward again?
First of all, they're keeping possession of it and switching the attack. Their shape is very, very good right now, St. Dominic. Again, they're staying connected. And switching a point of attack is very important. That's what they've done well. They have players showing for the ball all over the field.
Quick little move there by Casey Maloney, and she had good skills and another good stop. Just stop on a dime and move through a defense. This second line for St. Dominic seems to be a little quicker, a little slyer with that ball movement, but just as aggressive as the first.
And their technical ability helps their speed of play. They've done well keeping the ball at their feet, being creative in what they're doing. A lot of creative players out there.
Ball bounced around, nearly pushed away, and just hanging by a thread. It was a good job nearly 10 minutes ago of Haley Bax keeping this at a 1-0 lead for St. Dominic. And a shot on goal for the first time since that save by Bax. But Zarnicki looking to grab a little help from this defense. And this has been an impressive defensive team all season, pitching 18 shutouts throughout the year, but maybe not seeing speed like this team from St. Dominic.
Yeah, there is a difference in speed for sure. And again, that speed makes a difference in games.
Molly Ream, the sophomore, plays it again. She'll play a little bit closer towards the middle. But the substitutions for St. Dominic haven't been as abrupt as Helias. Helias went with a near full line change of 9 bodies. St. Dominic's only gone with about 6 that have switched out in this first half.
It's a good overlapping run.
Torrey plays it back, but again deflected out by the Lady Crusaders of St. Dominic. And Dominic will be out and running again on the far side. Sydney Young plays it back into the middle. A little give and go right there. Is just trying to creep past him on the edge.
Yeah, again, another nice overlapping run. Getting that midfielder involved on the outside. They're going to try to create 2v1s on that side, and 1v1 situations as well. Especially if you have fast forwards, they can take players on.
Checking in for the St. Dominic Lady Crusaders, number 4, Brian Evanroth.
So Evanroth coming back into the game after sitting down for a bit. Looking for a little more magic. They scored off a corner previously.
Number 8, Bailey Franca.
Corner from the far side for the first time, and a ball played well into the middle. And really, it looked like they were trying to push it up to Riley Evanroth, the 5'9" freshman, just the tallest body there in the middle. Just a little overhead, as you see this right here.
Yeah, it's a great ball to the far post, and she does well to get to it. Unfortunately, didn't get above the ball to head it down. Those are the type of balls you want to try to head down toward the ground. She didn't. She headed it up and didn't get over it.
Allison Burke, though, with a good attempt, as we are just inside of 10 minutes here in the first half of the semifinal game number 1 between St. Dominic and Helias Catholic. Good aggression there to continue to fight through it. Evanroth back in the game after catching a little breather, and she's already creating a spark. Defense is already full well knows about her potential, and another stolen ball by Maloney.
Yeah, Maloney's been very solid back there, running, chasing balls down, winning balls, very aggressive. She's done a great job.
In this set that these two teams are going, what are you looking for out of your midfield? I mean, obviously that's your person you're going to want to strike it through the net, but I mean, what type of player are you looking to typically be in there?
You know, you need a player that makes great decisions, can see the field, be very creative. Those are the type of players that very composed, so not giving balls away.
Helias trying to push it again thwarted by St. Dominic as they play it back in. But an opportunity here as Bronner has it. Just another more good defense. It's good on the defensive and offensive side by St. Dominic. They seem to be very technically sound. It doesn't mean that Helias is playing bad. Just getting to the ball and just going against the speed has not been an easy thing. It wouldn't be an easy thing for any team.
Number 9, Emily
Both
Monroe.
teams have been in this
Number 7,
situation
Kristen
before,
Wolf.
so
And number 14,
they should
Christina
feel pretty
Rodriguez.
comfortable. And it's just St.
in the match
Dominic
for Helias
right
Catholic,
now
number 12,
the
Megan
speed
Napier.
is killing them, and as far as keeping possession of the ball, St. Dominic is doing a great job at that. It's hard to fight against that kind of play.
Kern to throw it in, and she'll fight against it. Ball finally poked around, but again, St. Dominic 3 bodies to every Helias ball played. Stolen away. St. Dominic looking to push, and you always see their defenders looking ahead, eyes up, looking down the field. I mean, that's obviously something you'd want out of every possession and every team looking ahead, trying to read the field.
Exactly, and you know, they're given so many different options, which is great. So that's the forwards are checking back for them, midfielders showing, so they have a lot of options, which helps that.
Push against Helias, and that sets up a free kick here for St. Dominic. Here in the closing minutes of the first half of semifinal game number 1. Ball played well into the middle. That's been a dangerous area, and that is nearly what causes a 2-0 game. And just an impressive way. Everything seemed to go well except for the ball going in the back of the net.
You know, and as a goalkeeper, those type of balls are very scary. That was a very good ball into the back of into the goal box.
Well striked.
She read it very well. Just unlucky. Unlucky, knocked it wide.
Kristen Wolf, the defender, junior, 5'6", has been on some very impressive St. Dominic teams, including a team last year that made it all the way to the quarters before losing in overtime on penalty kicks to Visitation Academy, the eventual state champion. So this is a team that they've had some success. Still young, relatively. Plenty of juniors and sophomores that play on the starting line. But a team that feels like probably last year they were just inches away from having a chance at a state championship run of their own.
And with young players, I tell you what, that's what you want. And to be playing as well and playing at a high level like this right now in a couple years, just imagine what they'll be like.
Out and running again is St. Dominic, and a good defense by Helias to hold their ground. Inside of 5 minutes here in the first half. And just battering back and forth. Helias trying to keep it at least close to the midfield, but really hard to do when a team is just able to run past you and kick it over. A longer, taller lineup is what St. Dominic presents. Just a handful of 5'9" girls on both teams, but the overall depth of height can come into play a factor on those 50-50 balls, Chris.
Oh, without a doubt. In the air, and not only that, with height and the speed that they have, their quickness getting to the ball. But, winning balls out of the air is very important, because if you notice, a lot of the balls coming from the keeper they're punted out or they're goal kicked. So they're winning every 50-50 ball out of the air.
Long run by Young, and she plays it back into the middle, a little further back than she wanted, but a good aggression, and it puts it in. And it was only a matter of time, continuing to pressure, and nets it. And this time it's Rodriguez who helped with the previous goal. This time she nets herself one.
Yeah, Rodriguez did very well with that. With the first goal, she was very creative.
Makes the score.
This goal was just a lot of effort, a lot of hard work. Winning the ball in. First shot got blocked, but she stayed with it and really put on goal, but an unlucky deflection there to go in for Helias. So it was a lot of hard work. That's what you'll get.
Christina Rodriguez, a junior midfielder. She has more assists than she has goals herself, but you can already see in this first half the overall player that she's been able to play offensively for St. Dominic this season. And they want more. 3 minutes remaining here in this first half, and St. Dominic feels like their lead should probably be a little bit more than just 2 goals as aggressively as they've pursued Helias' defense.
I tell you, they look like they've just started the game. They look fresh. The girls are running around, and everybody's supporting each other out there. Helias is on their heels right now. They probably have to go into the half and come up with a different game plan, which they can do. Just have to change a few things up.
St. Dominic continue to push it, and really, we think about the ball being on one side of the field more than the other, being pushed by the wind. We've talked about it, just gorgeous conditions here in Blue Springs as Ebenroth looks for more playing here on the near side, pushes it back into the middle.
Just that switch in the play there, and Ebenroth bringing it back across just opens up so many different lanes for these
2 minutes remaining in the first period,
and creating space, which is very, very, very important with their speed, taking players on. So they're doing a very good job of switching the point of attack.
And ball hawks, all of them, it seems to be just ball hawks all over, as Helias is kind of has been almost too stringent in staying in their 3-5-2 formation instead of flexing a little bit to fit what this game has kind of become. Getting on the edge, pushed out. But at some point you got to think St. Dominic's going to continue to push that corner and break through and just get past, unless Helias can find a way to strengthen up their defense.
Yeah, and Helias again they have to push out of the back. It's almost like they're waiting for St. Dominic to come at them, and they're going to have to change that game plan. They're going to have to push out of the back and get involved offensively.
Final minute here in the first half. 2-0 lead for St. Dominic as they try to notch one more. Good body control to stay in front of it by Danielle Hartnett.
Helias has done a better job getting out of the back now. If you notice, they're up at the 20-yard line there and pushing out, which is good. They have to continue to do that.
Closing seconds here.
10 seconds. 9, 8.
As they'll count us down.
6.
St. Dominic looks like they're going to head into halftime with a 2-goal lead in the state semifinals here in Blue Springs, Missouri. And that's exactly what we have. It has been St. Dominic dominance here with a 2-0 lead on Helias Catholic. We'll be back with the second half coming up next.
Wilson Avanti is the official ball supplier for the 2012.
It's halftime here of the Class 2 Girls State Soccer Semifinals. St. Dominic holds a 2-goal lead over Helias Catholic. We'll be back with more here on Metro Sports. Pair of goal differential for St. Dominic over Helias Catholic here at halftime of the Class 2 Girls State Soccer Semifinals. We'll be returning to action here in a moment on Time Warner Cable, Metro Sports. It's been St. Dominic dominance here through the first half as they lead 2-0 over Helias Catholic. Coming up, second half action here on Time Warner Cable, Metro Sports.
Direct your attention to the penalty kick mark in front of the south goal. Maddie Caston, representing Helias, and Sam Hartnett, representing St. Dominic, will be competing in the Farmers Halftime Penalty Kick Challenge. Each contestant will alternate 5 kicks from the penalty kick mark for the opportunity to win a Farmers Insurance soccer ball and MSHSAA sportsmanship t-shirts. On each kick, the contestant will have to decide whether to attempt a corner shot for 2 points or just take the middle of the goal for 1 point. The contestant with the greater score following 5 kicks wins. So get behind your favorite contestant and let's see some goals. First up, we'll have Sam Hartnett of St. Dominic. Yeah. 2 points. And now we have Maddie Caston with her kick representing Helias. 1 point for Maddie. After round 1, Sam 2 points, Maddie with 1. Sam's second kick coming up. And 2 points. And now Maddie from Helias with her second kick. Two points for Maddie. After 2 rounds, Sam with 4 points, Maddie with 3. Sam's third kick coming up. One point for Sam. Takes her total up to 5 points. Here's Maddie's third kick. And the ruling 2 points for Maddie. Score tied at 5 through 3 rounds. Here's Sam representing St. Dominic with her fourth kick. Two points for Sam. Maddie's fourth kick coming up. No points there for Maddie. Final round coming up. Sam with 7 points, Maddie with 5. Sam's final kick. One point for Sam, taking her total to 8. And 2 points for Maddie. After 5 rounds, our final totals. Sam Hartnett of St. Dominic with 8 points, and Maddie Caston representing Helias with 7. Congratulations to Maddie Caston, today's runner-up in our contest, and congratulations to Sam Hartnett, today's winner. MSHSAA and Farmers, hope you enjoyed today's halftime contest. The MSHSAA and Farmers, because ready feels good. The Farmers Halftime Penalty Kick Contest has been brought to you by MSHSAA and Farmers Insurance Agency, Eric Huckman. Visit MSHSAA on the web at www.mshsaa.org. Follow all the state tournament results, news, and information on the official website of Missouri State High School Activities Association. Farmers Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Missouri State High School Activities Association. Please visit the Farmers booth on the main concourse to see how your knowledgeable local Farmers agent can save you money. Call 800-FARMERS or visit farmers.com. We are insurance. We are farmers. The Touchstone Energy Cooperatives of Missouri are a proud sponsor of the 2012 MSHSAA Soccer Championships. Soccer players are part of our energy cooperative, and Touchstone is proud to help bring the pinnacle of high school sports to Blue Springs. Fans MSHSAA and Windsor Young Productions are proud to introduce MSHSAA.TV, a website devoted to video of MSHSAA events. Games from this year's championships will be available to watch when you get home. Be sure to check out MSHSAA.TV. The Blue Springs School District is providing the training and sports medicine needs for today's contest. The Missouri State High School Activities Association thanks them for providing this service at this year's championships.
Indeterminate. Inconsistent.
You can't tell the players without a program. Pick up yours at the stadium today with complete team information, records, history, and highlights. Take home your official souvenir program, on sale now while supplies last.
Kinesiology, what's that?
Fans that cannot make it out to the championships can watch the semifinal and third place games streamed live at www.MSHSAA.tv, and the championships will be streamed live at www.foxsportsmidwest.com. The games will be archived at www.MSHSAA.tv as well. Farmers Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Missouri State High School Activities Association. Call 800-FARMERS or visit farmers.com to find a local agent. We are insurance. We are farmers.
That's all I want to do.
And once again, thanks to Misha and Farmers Insurance agent Ernie Cockman for sponsoring the halftime penalty kick challenge. Congratulations to Danny Hartnett of St. Dominic and Brett Jackson of Helias Catholic. These two individuals have been recognized by the MSHSAA as MSHSAA Good Sports and have received a MSHSAA Good Sportsmanship t-shirt. Congratulations.
Back here on the campus of Blue Springs South High School here in Blue Springs, Missouri, alongside Chris Duke. I'm Kyle Haas, and we're all set for the second half of action as St. Dominic dominated a first half with 2 goals, but really controlled the pace of the entire match.
They did. Hopefully, Helias has come out with a different game plan and steps up their game. They have to pressure the ball, and St. Dominic, if they continue what they're doing, they may have this game in the bag.
Will be kicking off.
If you're Helias' coach, if you're Coach Register sitting there, what's the game plan coming out here in the second half?
Yeah, first of all, I have to make sure that we're trying to keep more possession of the ball, finding players' feet, and again, they still haven't gotten into a rhythm, and that would be my game plan, trying to get them to knock the ball and keep possession of the ball, and get my backs forward.
Flip the script. You're for St. Dominic. What do you tell them at halftime as they are just one half away from playing for another state championship?
Yeah, I would. My first comment would be, lady, you cannot stop the enthusiasm and the pressure. The intensity level has to be high. The worst thing to do is come out and be relaxed and let Helias get back in this game.
Well, what we saw in that first half was an impressive job of early on setting the pace by St. Dominic as Helias tries an attack right there, but it was Bree Ebenroth getting that goal in the 6th minute and kind of set the tone, and then nearly an opportunity there at about 22, but it was thwarted by Haley Bax, and then they finally netted another one with Christina Rodriguez in the 33rd minute to give them their 2-0 goal lead as Helias Catholic, like you talked about, Chris, just trying to figure out a way to get some rhythm and just get some fluidity.
Yeah, and it's half. You come out halftime, and it shouldn't take a whole half to get into that rhythm. But it seems that the pressure of St. Dominic is a little bit much for them, and it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're being under pressure and the speed of play is that fast.
And again, the more attacking style on the offense and on the defensive side of the ball, just on all ends, it seems like whenever Helias has an opportunity to push it forward, immediately they're met by 2 Lady Crusaders in navy blue.
And that's exactly what's happening.
Ebenroth plays it back into the middle, and Rodriguez with another attempt. Good save by Zarnicki as they dodge another bullet, but a good job of Lizzie Zarnicki getting out in front and putting a hand on it.
Yeah, it was a great save.
Number 9,
great
Emily
save.
Monroe.
Rodriguez did well, getting loose in the 18, and getting a shot off on goal. Did very well.
Nearly a rebound opportunity by Emily Monroe, and you see more and more opportunities being self-generated by St. Dominic.
And the reason that's happening is they're moving off the ball. Again, they're creating things. They're not waiting for things to happen. They're being proactive and making things moving off the ball.
St. Dominic looking for another state championship. They already have 2 to their illustrious career as they make 16th opportunity here in the state championship, and another goal opportunity by St. Dominic, and they're just pushing it away, and somehow, some way, Helias is able to get by the skin of their teeth. St. Dominic pushing right there, and just the keeper came out to meet. Just no help by the defense.
Yeah, a great little ball over the top, and looks like Monroe did well to bring the ball down. Keeper came out, made a save, and
Being taken by number 10.
I tell you, now we're scrambling in the back, and that's something you don't want defensively.
It's twice right now that, and just off the near post, Rodriguez almost grabs her second goal.
Dominic shot on goal by number 14.
Yeah, they need to get tighter on Rodriguez if they're gonna be successful. Rodriguez is finding the loose space and finding the holes and getting quick shots off.
And we saw that quick corner kick and an opportunity here by Ream as she plays it perfectly right in front to Rodriguez, and she was just waiting for it, and a good switch there by Zarnicki to come up and meet her.
Rodriguez unmarked there. And you got to mark up tight in the box. That's something can't let players run loose.
Rodriguez, known more for her ability to pass the ball, but is just as deadly of a scorer. Has got nearly 15 goals and 17 assists on the season, all the way up to today. Ball played back into the middle, and just the entire team just up there pushing and pressing, and just too high by Christine Wolf. But that had
again, Wolf unmarked. Several players unmarked in the middle. If you notice, 7, Rodriguez unmarked. You got to mark up, and it's very unlucky. Getting over that ball, hitting it in, it's an easy goal.
And second half seems very familiar to the first half. More aggressive play by St. Dominic to continue to put pressure on this Helias defense. And Helias, this is the first time, the second time they've had 2 goals or more scored against them all season.
It looks like a little miscommunication from the goalkeeper there. Could have had that easily, but it's good clearance.
Hartnett continue to badger for it, and that's really the way to describe this team. They just continue to peck and prod until they get that ball pushed back out. Already 3 near goals for St. Dominic here in the second half as they continue to pressure this Helias Catholic team.
Helias doesn't seem to find, can't seem to find the feet of their own players right now. It's what we call one and done. The ball's played and they give it up. You really have to start knocking the ball to feet.
And when you're in that type of style, what they're in right now, that kind of rut, it seems like it's more of a defensive, just trying to catch your breath and come up for oxygen defensively instead of being the aggressor and countering.
Yeah, it's a way of getting themselves relieving the pressure, just knocking it and out. But in turn, it really doesn't help them because they're chasing quite a bit.
Helias trying to capitalize on a St. Dominic badly pushed ball, but St. Dominic just able to find the gaps and find the holes and play it out. And now they've got Helias stretched out. It's Ebenroth on the near side. And she comes up, but again, you see just smooth passing. The lanes open up, especially on that long, wide shot. You can see the field seems to be coming to the game seems to be coming to them a lot more than it's coming to Helias.
Yeah.
And Rodriguez,
that's Rodriguez.
Rodriguez again.
Again, not marked up. A great ball into the box, letting it bounce.
St. Dominic ladies and favors goal by number 14, Christina Rodriguez.
And played in by Caitlin Rude, and really just found that that far post.
I tell you what, Root did a great job finding Rodriguez. Rodriguez did very well with that ball, getting over it, so she didn't knock it over, and finding the right corner. Did very well to finish that.
Having a foot in every goal so far. First with the pass to Ebenruth in the 6th minute, and then now 2 goals of herself for Rodriguez. One in the 33rd minute, and now in the 48th minute for St. Dominic, and they have really pushed Helias into a corner.
Again, Helias is relying on one player up top to try and do something. They have to get forward. They have to support the players up top.
And even with a 3-goal lead and not really having anything against them, St. Dominic has just continued to push it and just garner more and more attention to that forcing offense they've got.
Yeah, right now they feel like they can't do anything wrong, so they're working on their game. They're finding feet, counterattacking, switching the field, creating space. It's a nice ball, great move. The last touch let her down a little bit there.
Is that something where she might have wanted to dish it off instead of trying to take it on herself?
You know, you're up 3-0. I think these girls are now trying to drive the nail in the coffin, and yeah, she probably could have given that ball up. Different circumstances, tighter game, maybe that would have happened.
But Rodriguez continues to run wild. You see her again just on the far side, just by herself, just maybe one person within 10 feet from her.
Yeah, fitness level for these girls up top right now, Rodriguez, they're buzzing around, and they don't want to stop.
Zarnicki, ball played through. She finally grabs onto it, but another slippery and scary situation for Helias. Ball played up by Wolf.
Yeah, it looks like she misjudged that a little bit, slipped through her hands. Did well to recover, though.
But challenging every time. Ebenroth again around the goal, looking for number 2, trying to match Rodriguez.
Right now, St. Dominic is stretching them out even further, playing the ball in the back. Lots of confidence right now. It's just I can feel it up here in the box here. There's a lot of confidence down there.
And when you stretch a team out like this, I mean, a team that's been able to play kind of compacted all season, now they're having to come out and play the ball further. What is that going to do?
Yeah, it's going to make Elias chase a little bit more. It's going to wear him down, and it seems to be wearing him down right now. There's a little confusion on who's pressuring the ball, and they really have to start communicating. But St. Dominic's done a great job of doing that, stretching them out and making them chase.
Ball battled around again, and Rodriguez right around it. Ball hawk for sure for St. Dominic.
Again, only 2 players up top for Helias. Maybe this could be an opportunity for him.
And playing it back to that defense. They like to play it back and continue to let the game open up as Helias has to stretch out. Helias 22-4-2 coming into this game. Their last loss came April 28th in a neutral site in the Hickman tournament to Hickman on penalty kicks. So, I mean, this is a team that's played a lot of close matches, and they've won a lot of close ones. They have not been a team that has had to come back very often this year, and these girls might be a little shell-shocked at this point.
Yeah, you know what, and if you're not in this situation a lot, and yeah, it's surprising to them. They don't really know how to react to it. Burke has been really solid in the back. Ellison, I noticed, very confident on the ball. She's only a sophomore. Looking for some bigger things out of her, I'm sure.
St. Dominic continues to push it. Ebenroth Plays it back, trying to thread the needle. But again, that defense able to just force it, feed it back up front. Schmitz back into the middle to Rodriguez on the far side. St. Dominic just controlling the tempo and pace of this match. Battled around and ping-balled around before finally being knocked out by Rude.
Yeah, if you notice, one of the things St. Dominic is doing is their outside backs are getting forward, which into the attack, and which helps them keep possession of the ball. They're not forcing things. They're not forcing things, and if it's not on, they're turning the ball back out,
Number
which is good.
16,
You have to keep possession of it.
Number 19, Emma Stable.
At some point,
number 20, Becca
Helias is
Roth,
going to have to
number
make a
21,
run
Haley
as
Ennis.
we're nearing midway point of the second half. Does that come to a lineup shift? Does that mean just sacrificing an extra defender and just trying to push as many people forward?
Yeah, you know what? In being down 3-0, they're going to have to make some changes formation-wise. They may have to throw another forward up top. Maybe go to 3 in the back, even 2 in the back at times. I mean, they're down. They have to take chances if they want to get a win out of this.
This St. Dominic team has been dominant all year. Just 10 goals scored against them all season, including the one that was against them in the quarterfinals last round. 26-2 coming into this match as Helias trying to make a breath of hope. Just thwarted again by the suffocating defense of St. Dominic. Hard tackle there behind. That one will be against Rodriguez, and she's an aggressive player, the kind of scrappy you like to see on your team, huh?
Oh yeah, you need those players on your team. She's not afraid of anything and gets after it.
Let's take a look at this hard play right here.
Yeah, just gets her from behind there. Just clips her. Wasn't a terrible foul, but yeah, you'll always get called for that.
So she may be just resting her legs a little bit. She's done some good work today. Assisted on a goal early on and scored 2 of her own.
Yeah, she's put in a full day, that's for sure. She's added a lot to this game and for her team.
Only a junior. Plays the midfield. So St. Dominic will push it back. And really, we haven't seen Helias make many line adjustments so far in this game, or in this second half, rather. Early on, they seem to be willing to stand pat with their starting group.
Yeah, again, it's finding that right combination. They have to get something going here, and it looks like they're getting more in the attack now, pushing some players forward.
Played that one off the official.
Yeah, 12th man out there.
St. Dominic, just good ball handling, too. That's probably, I mean, we talked about their passing and their ability to keep spread, but the ability to dribble through traffic. They've had a nice setup all day.
Yeah, you know what? Their technical ability is very sound. They're pretty confident on the ball, which helps keep possession. And again, when you have that in the team, the speed of play is so much better and faster.
Just about to halfway through this second half. 3-0 lead in favor of St. Dominic over Helias Catholic of Jefferson City.
And they always have options back. You know, it's starting all over, keeping possession. It's not on, they're not forcing it. Switching the play here. Always players open in the right spaces. It's a nice little pass through ball there.
And good feel, it seems like. They've had the ability to just lightly tap or just go ahead and know the speed of rate that their teammate they're going to pass it out to.
Yeah, the pace on the ball, the passes, the timing of it has been very good. And just keeping the ball on the ground whenever they can. It makes it a lot easier when you're receiving the ball.
St. Dominic keeping it around the midfield. Taking some time to try to burn a little bit more of this clock off, and they'd love to see the next 23 minutes wipe away and advance into the state championship to take on either Rosada Kane or Smithville. That'll be our next game coming up. Ream plays it ahead. And finally a little defense there by Helias, as Megan Napier really has been the defender that has been able to keep Helias moving side to side, going laterally across the field.
Yeah, she's done well today. She's put in a hard day as well.
Number 11,
under pressure a lot
Marino.
and
Number 12,
chasing a lot of players down,
Number 18,
winning tackles.
Riley
In fact, she's done a great job.
Corner kick coming up for St. Dominic.
Another corner kick coming up
Taken by
here
number
for
21,
St. Dominic, and a
Helias.
chance to push this lead even greater. Playing it towards the middle. Just a little bit further out than probably they would like. Helias with an opportunity, but St. Dominic rushes back quickly and able to stop something in motion before it's able to get going.
Whenever one of Helias' players gets the ball, it's like St. Dominic is all over them. Doesn't give them room to breathe. They can't turn on the ball, and usually they cough the ball up, unfortunately.
Ball played out, telling her to go get it on the far side. Trying to cut back in, and even when they're not able to get it to cut back in, they're not going to allow Helias to counter.
Right, they're not letting them out. They lose possession of it. They put pressure on the ball immediately, and don't let Helias turn, and it's harder to get the ball out that way.
Halfway point here, second half, 3-0 lead for St. Dominic as they make the over 3-hour trip from O'Fallon, Missouri. School just under 1,000 enrollment. And St. Dominic again pushing the ball, not allowing Helias to have many opportunities to press it forward, and finally kicked out. And you could start to see a little
Checking
frustration
in
there
for St.
setting,
Dominic.
Chris, by this
Number
Helias
6,
team is the
Kathleen
inability to
Heiligstein.
get very far down the
And
field.
for the
Yeah,
Crusaders,
they
number
really
17,
can't seem to get anything
Taylor
going.
Hagenhoff.
Yeah, frustration starts to
Ladies
set
and
in.
gentlemen, a reminder that the concession
but
stand is open.
They still have
Just
under a
beyond the
little bit
scoreboard
under
to the
20
south end
minutes
of the field.
left to try to get
Also,
something
popcorn
going.
and
And
drinks available at the upper
it's not a lot of
concession
time, but
stand near the
when you're 3 goals down, you have to make some changes, and you gotta play to the end. And you see that effort out there from Helias.
Ball booted back, and it's just a matter of getting the speed forward right now for Helias, trying to get to that point.
Yeah, St. Dominic is their speed in the back is a little much for Helias right now, and they have had speed all over the field, which has definitely helped.
Riding that far side. Helias now upping the ante, at least defensively, getting more aggressive, like kind of what we saw when that second line came in the first half, able to win a few more balls. A little more wild than their first line, but at least able to try to match this aggressiveness that St. Dominic presents.
Exactly, Kyle. Like I said in the first half, I think that there needs to be a spark. There has to be some type of spark from a player or a play that has to happen to get this, give Helias a little hope.
Good move by Enos as she moves back from the near side all the way to the center of the field, and a good run. But even every time a ball is presented by Helias, every opportunity that seems promising, there always seems to be a St. Dominic defender that just steps in and just deflects it just enough.
If Helias gives one extra pass or two extra passes there to try to keep possession, again, it's that rhythm and combination play that they're lacking right now. And if they could give a couple extra passes, connect a couple extra passes, that may help them.
Number 11,
It's just again, it's one and two passes, and they cough the ball up.
Helias with really only one or two shots on goal in this game. It's been a pretty light day of work for Megan Swanson, the sophomore goalie, who's had an impressive season herself, 19 shutouts. And that goes in hand with Paige Whitehead, the goalkeeper, who's a freshman, who's actually a little bit taller, 5'9" herself. Swanson's only 5'4", but when you have a defense and an attacking style midfield like this, you don't have to work too hard, it seems, most days.
Yeah, you know what? The 10 players in front of her obviously do a great job, and she probably feels pretty confident with what she has in front of her. Makes her job a lot easier.
Ball pushed out. It'll stay with St. Dominic on this, just bleeding out. It just seems they've slowed down their pace of play in more of a.
Yeah, you know what they're doing now is everything is simple. They want to try and now it's weeding and writing the game out. You still want to play, you still have to play, but you don't have to be as aggressive going to goal. Trying to knock some time off the clock.
Well, it seems like they've gone more to that style that we saw early on when you're just trying to feel somebody out, just try to gauge what the opposition is going to come back with. They've kind of just dropped back into that style, and like you talked about, playing back 3/4 of the field back to the mid, and really just kind of continuing to stretch it out.
It's finding that open player again, and making the other team chase. There's no player out there that's going to move faster than that ball. So if you move the ball quickly and find the open players, that's what you need, especially when you're 3-0 up. You don't want to try and do anything to give anything up.
Both these teams do have some familiarity in opponents, in that Rosati Kane has played both of St. Dominic and Helias, so the winner of this game, if Rosati Kane is able to beat out Smithville, that'll be a rematch of a game earlier in the season regardless of opponent. But a long ball played in, and again, you just long boots from this defense.
Yeah, great ball there. A well-driven ball to the back post.
Helias goal kick coming up.
Defensively, they did well, put a body on the St. Dominic player, but great ball.
Evan Roth, the freshman, has been able to really kind of be that enforcer there in the defense and kind of play that middle well with that long 5'9" frame she has. Now we start to see Helias pushing all of their efforts towards the front. Just hanging back 3 bodies behind the ball. And really, Chris, is this kind of do or die time? You've got
this is
3 goals. You got to figure you can try to average 1 every 5 minutes, but that's pushing it at this point.
That's pushing it, and they're having trouble finding the open players, and there's no real threat. So you gotta try something. You gotta push some players forward.
Marino, some silky move there as she pushes it out to Roth. And just this near side attack for St. Dominic has really been able to push the ball and continue to get past the edge of this defense in midfield.
Yeah, and also, the chance you take in pushing players forward, you may give something up, and that's what you have to be careful of. You don't want to get another goal down as well, but you have to take a chance now.
A relatively conservative game plan by Helias coming in, was really fearful of this St. Dominic speed, and that has presented several issues, both offensively and defensively for Helias, but they have a chance for a run here. Push the ball up, and for only the third time this half, Megan Swanson touches the ball.
Yeah, Swanson, no real threat there. Kind of routine.
Chance. 1v1, but the ball's pushed out. Good job of the defense. Casey Maloney has come in and off the bench has really presented a lot of issues for Helias trying to get the ball forward and off the edge. And I think that's what you'd ask out of each of your defenders.
Yeah, for sure. Playing it safe.
Time continuing to melt away as Helias's opportunity falls awry. Swanson to boot it. And really, both these keepers have a lot of stats coming in and due in large part to the defenses that play in front of. But, taking this game out of the equation, Zarnicki's had an impressive career, 38 career shutouts, a school record, 18 this season on her own. I mean, an impressive job, but an attacking style like what St. Dominic has presented. And then you look on the other side, Megan Swanson, heck of a career in front of her. She's only a sophomore. We've talked about it. Played in 25 of the games, logging tons of minutes.
Two confident goalkeepers. And being one of the toughest positions on the field, you have to be a leader, and it takes a special person to play in goal. It's not an easy position. Both of them done very well. Had good seasons.
Seems like one of the more lonely positions in all of athletics, though. You're just kind of hanging out by yourself, and you could go 20, 30, 40 minutes without any action, then all of a sudden everything's thrown up in your face.
Yeah, and a lot of times, it's pulling that ball in the back of the net's not. There's a chance here.
Helias just running against all the St. Dominic defenders right there, giving some last-ditch efforts here, it seems like, but a good job, a good run at least by Madison and Lammers, a player that's kind of come off the bench, a freshman.
Yeah, she does well running at the player. A quick little move, and unfortunately, her last touch kind of gave her. She probably could have pulled the trigger a little bit earlier.
Had the opportunity to give it to Melcher there, but Melcher just not in a window to boot it through. And Zarnicki again trying to grapple it up and limit the number of deflection and rebounds, because this St. Dominic team has proven time and time again they are ball hawks and finding loose balls.
Yeah, they seem to win every 50-50 ball, and it's when you're not winning those balls, it makes a difference.
Helias on an attack, it seems like, or at least trying to force something, but just can't ride the tightrope over there. St. Dominic is just continuing that plan of just continue to just stretch the game out and make it hard to move the ball quickly.
Yeah, Helias hasn't given up. They're still trying to pressure and get forward. They haven't given up, and I like to see that in a team. That's one thing you don't want as a coach. You don't want to see your team ever give up, and they're continuing.
Ball played back into the middle. Dominic defenders, 5, surrounding the 2 Helias attack, and has been a microcosm of this game so far.
Here's a good ball.
Bronner trying to work around, just unable to get much.
Yeah, the pressure cover from St. Dominic has been great. They've always had a cover for anybody pressuring the ball. They're all on the same page.
Looks like one could be one final lineup change as both teams kind of make a trifecta of players rotate in. Just over 8 minutes left here in the second half of this semifinal, game number 1 of Class 2. St. Dominic and Helias Catholic. Up next, we'll have Rosardi Kane and Smithville.
Here's an opportunity here for Helias to try to get one back.
If you come all this way, you don't want to get into the semifinals and not have an opportunity to at least put one up on the board. They have yet to be shut out this year in a loss. They've tied with Rosati Kane earlier in the year, but this team has really at least had an opportunity in every game to make it close. And Helias has to play the ball back, but now maybe a chance to kind of stretch it out since they've had the ability to have girls up front.
Good ball to the back, just couldn't find a player.
Moves by Lammers again. She's been the one to kind of be a spark here in the last 5 minutes. One more change.
Substitution for Helias.
Substitution there for Helias. And really just hope that this would be the lineup that would at least get you something. You want to have something positive to walk away from this game. You don't want to be shut out when you get to the state championships.
Yeah, it'd be nice for him to get one put one in the back of the net. Again, they have to get forward and take chances here.
Ball just played out in front. And really on a ball like that, are you just saying go get it? If you don't get it, nobody else is going to have an opportunity on something like that?
Yeah, you know, you really have to, the balls that are played, you really want to play defeat if you can, so that they can have an opportunity just to knock some time off the clock. And
checking in for Helias Catholic, number 21, Tiffany Weaver.
5 minutes left. You really have to run the clock down.
Wilson Avanti is the official ball supplier of the 2012 soccer championships. Wilson's commitment to excellence helps them make a national leader in soccer.
I'm as a coach, you're working the clock right now. St. Dominic, and as a coach on Helias, you really have to make sure that everybody's getting forward.
St. Dominic with one more opportunity to try to make it a quattro of goals, and ball last touched by Helias, so we'll have another corner kicker on the far side. And a good save there, because it looked like St. Dominic was going to be off and running after they saw that lineup change by Helias.
Elias fell asleep there on the short corner kick.
Ball for an opportunity for Helias. They can keep it close to their team, but again, St. Dominic just all over the place, just on every ball. Everything's challenged. Nothing's easy for Helias at this point.
It hasn't been easy, unfortunately, for Helias all day. And again, I think the game plan for St. Dominic, they came out much more aggressive, and that's what set the tone. They set the tone from the start.
Well, St. Dominic, a team that showed up just about 30 minutes before the game, kind of rolled off the bus and stretched a little bit and then played. I mean, they took their picture and it was about 40 minutes till game time. They didn't start stretching out till about 11:30 for our kick at noon, and really, St. Dominic, apparently they can get off the bus and play on a day like today.
Yeah, which is very hard to do. Unless they warmed up on the bus, getting in the game mentally, getting off a bus playing is tremendously hard.
But the way they talked about it, I mean, Coach Kaler, just a very laid-back guy. Team seemed very relaxed, joking before the game. There was no pressure, but this is a team that has been here before. This is a team last year that lost to the eventual state champion in penalty kicks in overtime of the quarterfinals last year. This is a team that's been there and has an opportunity to get their third state title. I guess St. Dominic, it's winning a state champion has just become part of the thing, is coming to the Final Four.
And again, if with the success they've had stepping on the field and being in this situation before, it's they know what they have to do because they've been here before, and again, the confidence is from that. Very composed in everything they've done today.
Never seemed to be that stressed out, but an opportunity for another goal and bounced out. Staying with it is St. Dominic.
That's real creative over in the corner there. Put it through her legs and went around her. Just the confidence right now from everybody on St. Dominic is there.
And it's something that started out early in the game and has just continued to mount as this afternoon has gone on. St. Dominic just has been able to beat them on and off the ball, and that kind of translates to
2 minutes remaining in the match.
without bordering arrogance, being able to do a lot more things than you would probably be just accustomed to even in practice or something like that.
Yeah, you know what? They're taking chances now, and they have a cushion where they can, and again, everything's going right for St. Dominic.
And all those girls would like to grab a goal themselves and be able to walk away with en route to a state championship. They want to be a part of it, and they want to have their name mentioned as putting one into the back of the net. And right now, Helias just trying to stretch it out, just trying to mark something on to go without that goose egg on the goal.
And here's an opportunity for them.
Let's take a look at some of this creativity that you're talking about here on the far side.
Yeah, here she gets the ball. Great, keeping it close to her foot. Sets her up here very well. And unfortunately for Helias, that's something you don't want it in your corner, 1v1. Great little ball there after she goes by the defender.
Final minute of play, St. Dominic commanding 3-0 lead on Helias Catholic of Jefferson City. And St. Dominic is going to move on, and they're going to have an opportunity to really kind of establish themselves or continue to establish themselves as the soccer powerhouse in the likes of the rest of the teams around St. Louis. And there's been a lot of talk about what, the importance of soccer in St. Louis, and girls soccer in St. Louis has really been the focal point, and a lot of the dominant teams in the state of Missouri have come from the east side, and this will be an opportunity for them. If Rashada Kane can do it again, that'll just stamp another team in that St. Louis metro area. So that's our final score. St. Dominic dominates Helias Catholic 3-0 is our final score, with goals, 2 in the first half, 1 in the second half. We'll be back with more here at the Missouri State Championships. Final score, St. Dominic takes care of business against Helias Catholic 3-0. And Chris, some final thoughts about this impressive performance by the Lady Crusaders of St. Dominic.
I tell you what, great performance from them. Again, they're all on the same page. Rodriguez, outstanding game from her today. They made sure they put the nail in the coffin. Here again, Rodriguez is great move. Had an assist, a goal. Great game from her.
And that's right, Christina Rodriguez assists with 2 goals and 2 goals of her own, as the final score, St. Dominic moves on to the state championships in Class 2 girls soccer here at the Missouri State Championships. Alongside Chris Duke, I'd like to thank Corey Smith, our producer-director. I'm Kyle Haas. Thank you for tuning in for this broadcast.